Why is science fiction relevant to autonomous weapons policy debates? Imagine a future where machines decide who lives and who dies without human input. That's a scenario often explored in science fiction, and it's becoming a real concern today. Science fiction is not just entertainment, it shapes how we think about technology and its risks. When it comes to autonomous weapons systems, stories about intelligent machines can influence public opinion and policy. These stories highlight fears about losing control over deadly machines and the moral questions involved. They make us think about what happens if a robot makes a mistake or if no one is held responsible for unlawful acts. Science fiction also helps us understand the legal challenges of autonomous weapons. International humanitarian law requires that humans distinguish between combatants and civilians, and that they act proportionally. Can machines follow these rules? Fictional scenarios often show autonomous systems acting unpredictably or violating laws of war, which raises questions about accountability. If a fully autonomous drone causes harm, who is responsible? The manufacturer, the programmer, or the military? These are questions that science fiction stories often dramatize, making complex legal issues easier to grasp. Beyond legal and ethical questions, science fiction plays a role in shaping norms and standards. When movies or books depict killer robots, they often spark debates about banning or regulating such weapons. These narratives create shared cultural references that advocates and policymakers can use to push for international agreements. For example, campaigns to ban autonomous weapons often cite fictional stories to illustrate potential dangers and rally support for restrictions. Science fiction also influences attitudes and opinions. Studies show that watching movies about armed artificial intelligence can increase opposition to autonomous weapons. When people see frightening scenarios on screen, they tend to favor human control over lethal decisions. This cultural influence can sway public opinion, which in turn affects policy, debates, and government actions. Finally, science fiction helps us prepare for the future. By imagining what could happen as technology advances, these stories encourage policymakers, technologists, and legal experts to think ahead. They highlight potential risks and ethical dilemmas that might soon become real. This foresight allows us to develop rules and laws before dangerous situations arise, making sure we stay in control of our technological creations. In short, science fiction is relevant to autonomous weapons policy because it shapes perceptions, sparks ethical and legal debates, supports efforts to create international norms, influences public opinion, and helps us anticipate future challenges. All these factors are essential as we navigate the complex world of artificial intelligence law and technology law, ensuring that emerging weapons systems are developed and used responsibly.